You already asked me where I was staying tonight, and I was evasive. I do not get like super creep vibe off of him, but I really don't appreciate someone standing there waiting for me like that. Like we're gonna hike together or something just because I said hello. Because that's just not how I roll. So anyway. Day 27. All packed up. I'm ready to go. I loved this campsite. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Good morning, beautiful. I just saw a big old white-tailed doe run through here, jumping. She went right over the trail and then jumped over those logs there, tail high in the air. 1755, site of Fort Diedrich Snyder, a lookout post to warn of the approach of enemies in the French and Indian War. Just crossed a big road back there, and there was a car parked, had Iceman in it. He's a section hiker who's done the whole trail, and he's supporting, I think, 4 hikers that are behind me. And anyway, he gave me a can of Mountain Dew and took all my trash. Woohoo! So that's trail magic. Okay, so here's another instance of trail magic for you. I just came to this intersection, right? The trail goes 3 ways, no blazes. So of course I, turn around and make sure I'm still even on the Appalachian Trail. Can't find a blaze behind me. So I tried one direction, didn't seem right. I turned around, backtracked the way I had come until I got to a blaze. Turned back around, headed for the 3-way intersection, thinking I must have missed the blaze. Because usually when you come to an intersection, there'll be like a double blaze that tells you, hey, heads up. Like the trail does something funky here, pay attention. Got to the intersection, there was no blaze. So I'm thinking, well, I'll try the second one. I tried the one, it didn't work out, so I'll try the second one. And I was just gonna, be careful about it in the hopes of not having to, do a lot of backtracking or whatever. And right at that moment, a southbound hiker came. And I said, hey, are you hiking south on the AT? And he said, yes. So of course, I knew exactly which way to go. And that was Gray Wolf. I think he said he did a through hike in 2008. But that's the type of trail magic that happens to me like all the time out here, is right when I have a question or I need a little help, it just appears. I love that about this trail. I think you know where this is about to go. Okay, here's a more serious example of trail magic for you. I was filtering water, and a section hiker who says he's only been out here for 2 hours came upon me, and for some reason decided to stand and wait while I gathered my water and filtered it into all my bottles. Well, 2 other hikers came along who I had never met. Pioneer and Poppins, and they're very cool. And they stopped to chat for a second, and she asked if we were hiking together, and I said no, and then I gave her the, you know, the look that women give each other. And so she stayed, Pioneer stayed, and then I had extra water in my bag, so I offered to top off their water, and during that process, apparently the section hiker got bored or discouraged or whatever, and he moved on. So he's ahead. He already asked me where I was staying tonight, and I was evasive. I do not get like super creep vibe off of him, but I really don't appreciate someone standing there waiting for me like that, like we're gonna hike together or something just because I said hello, because that's just not how I roll. So anyway, another instance of super trail magic. I needed section hiker to move along. Hikers came along and provided that right at the moment when I needed it. Well, I've already done the, I think it was 9.3 or something that I had planned for the day to get to the next shelter. The reason I aimed for the shelter was because it had a good water source, and up ahead, even though far out says there's a water source, the comments say that it is dry. So I made it to the shelter, but it's too early to stop. I want to hike longer. So what I did was I went down to the water source that the shelter has, kind of washed myself off a little, put sunscreen on, cameled up, and filled my water and then a little extra so that I can continue hiking north and be able to dry camp. I'm not sure how much farther I'm gonna feel like going, carrying the, you know, extra weight of the water, but you know, any miles forward is progress, right? Here is a place I could dry camp if I wanted to, but I'm going to go further. So I'm sitting here trying to decide what to do. Here, let me show you. So I went to relieve myself over that way, and I saw just over where you can see it goes downhill, and then there's a nice flat spot. I could stealth there, and that would be a legitimate stealth site, like not like one of these known campsites that are marked on gut hooks. I mean, nobody would know I was down there, which I would kind of like. But it's also like I'm feeling good today, you know, and I kind of just want to go farther. I just don't know how far I want to go. And it might start raining at 1 a.m. It might rain at 3 a.m. It's definitely probably going to be raining by 5 a.m. So I don't know, you know, should I stop here, go to bed early, get up early so at least I don't have to pack up in the rain? Or should I just keep going because I'm feeling good and that shortens my day of walking in the rain tomorrow? I just don't know what I'm going to do. I'll let you know. I decided to move on for a bit. I'm going to keep my eyes open for a good spot to stop. This last bit of my day is uphill. I know it looks like I'm almost at the top, but I'm not. I'm only like maybe halfway there. So that was my first 15-mile day. 15 miles. Yay! day 28. Got packed up just before the rain started. So I only have like 4 miles to get into town, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's still raining, but I'm very happy that I woke up like, I don't know. It was like 80% chance at 5 a.m. and I woke up at like 10 minutes till. Ooh, I think I got rain on the camera. Okay, anyway, I gotta put this back in this plastic bag, but that's what's going on. Smell of skunk, strong in a couple places on trail, so the stinky kitties are out. So it's just like hanging on the front of me. That was some sketchy stuff. I'm in a Cracker Barrel. Italian omelet.